Oh, hello there, and welcome back to Bannerlord. I don't know whether you saw that or whether I was actually quick enough to start my recording software, but she actually gave birth. Look at that. And his name is Durold. His? Her? I guess it's a guy, right? Okay, so I have been having a whole bunch of issues with the game recently. I have been having crashes whenever I have clicked on basically anything, which is very weird. Don't know why that would happen, but if I click on Kingdom, it crashes. If I click on any kind of pop-up that is to do with going into the Kingdom screen, like diplomacy or whatever, I also then get crashes. So I'm hopeful that this will not crash my game. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save first. Usually I don't save when I'm recording, which is maybe a mistake. But anyway, usually I don't do that. But in this case, don't really want to have a crash. So, okay, to do a description. Okay, yes. So we can actually name, we can actually name the newborn. I don't actually really know because I kind of feel like I might want to use another one of my characters' names because if you don't know anything about my previous series on Warband or anything like that, basically every single different mod that I've created a series on has a different bear-tilled at the helm. So you've got Byron, you've got Bruce, you've got... They're all B names, by the way, you know. You got to do that, you know. Anyway, so I'm thinking that we might try to do... Maybe we should go for like a Byron here. Does he look like... I don't even know what he looks like. But anyway, I guess we'll just go for Byron if it's a guy. But it's going to be kind of amusing if it's a girl then, isn't it? So I guess we'll just do that. Alright. So I have no idea what this means. Hopefully it won't crash when I go to the clan screen. Oh, there we go. There's Byron. Okay. And... Is it... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm so sorry. If you are a girl and I've just named you Byron, I'm terribly sorry. Oh no. That would be pretty awful. But this is pretty cool because that means that you know, I don't know, they will level up. I don't know what it is at the moment. So I guess Byron. I'll just say Byron at this point. I'm kind of flustered because I actually did not realize that was going to happen so soon. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll have our own little family kind of running around here. And now I actually wanted to join this guy's army because there is actually a siege going on here by Melodia, as you can see. And I thought, hey, why not? Oh, he's getting murdered. Look at that. That guy's getting murdered like 6 ways from Sunday right there. All right, maybe we can catch him. Yeah, unfortunately, Betania has such a good trait. If you choose their culture, being able to move 10% faster through forest, in my opinion, is one of the more powerful, things. Which is actually kind of weird because I wouldn't have expected that whatsoever. Okay, so we're actually fighting this. No, I'm not going to go in there and actually raid a village because all my people hate that. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, hello. Hello there. Hello. Okay, let's see if we can maybe do something. I'm moving pretty fast. And there's Misui. Oh dear. I have nightmares. I have nightmares of Misui. Because we know how she is. You know, she absolutely murdered us so dramatically in our time as a Sturgian vassal. So, oh dear. Did I just run into Melodia's army? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, I must beg my leave. Very well. Go in peace. I can't believe that I actually could escape from this particular situation. Okay, thankfully it's because there was another person very close by. And who's that? Borvold of the Brotherhood. And there's that other fellow. Didn't I take that guy prisoner? Get back here. Get back here. It's about time that you get taken prisoner again. And yes. I think the 3-strike method. I actually saw that. Someone actually mentioned that in the comments. Basically what it means is if we capture a certain lord 3 times, then on the 3rd time we execute him. That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking we might do because it kind of gives them a chance to escape. So we're not just immediately going into the execution, but it also gives them it gives the whole encounter a little bit of an extra feel to it, you know, and it makes things much more impactful in that way, because if he gets to the third strike, then he's going to have a pretty bad time of things, isn't he? He's going to be removed from the game. So I think it would probably be a good idea for us to implement the 3-strike method. So that's actually very nice. So thank you very much for the suggestion, and we'll try to implement it as best I can. But obviously, some of the time I'm just not able to, because I forget about, you know, the lords and, you know, where they are and who they are and so on. So it might not work for the ones that I'm not very familiar with, but it will definitely work for the ones like this guy, because I know his name. And I would expect me to be able to take this guy prisoner in this particular fight. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to do that. And we do have our crossbowmen here as well. As you can see, my crossbowmen are going to be absolutely fantastic beasts in this area, because let's face it, these Betanians are going to have a really, really hard time walking through this forest. Or at least I hope that they're going to have a hard time. Anyway, I just need to get my infantry out the front here as well, so that we can try and prevent as much damage being dealt to our archers as possible. And then what we should probably do is, I think my cavalry are already following me, aren't they? I think so. But personally, I feel like archers are really, really strong. As I've said before, I feel like archers are very strong in the game so far. And we can literally just charge straight on in right now. I'm pretty sure we can kind of mop them up a little bit here. Unfortunately, they do have spears, so it is going to make things a bit difficult for our cavalry, especially when my cavalry get way too close to me, and it's making it very difficult for me to eliminate these guys. But yeah, we're keeping away from them quite nicely. And if they are able to deal a bit of damage to me, they can't really do that much, because the speed bonus that they would usually get, I'm just moving too slowly. You know, just moving too slowly for them to be able to do any damage to me, so that's really nice. That guy could have killed me, but he wasted his opportunity, and now he's dead. Oh yes. And we do have a couple of other opportunities here as well. They are fleeing, but I'm going to try and get a little bit more polearm skill, if at all possible. Actually, you know what? I have my thrown weapons. Boom. We actually hit him. Amazing. Amazing, isn't it? Okay, so there you go. 4.5 renown. Not actually that bad. I actually think that that's a pretty nice reward for it. And we can take him prisoner. So I will take him prisoner. And then if he escapes again and we capture him again, then we will execute him at that point. At least that's what I understood from your comment. I might have been misunderstanding a little bit, but hopefully not, and hopefully we will be able to continue onward here. So let's have a look. This is where we currently are. Going to go to Flinthold Castle. Going to put him in there. I'm surprised that I was able to go through the waterfall, but okay, that's absolutely fine. Oh, this is a large army right here. I'm wondering whether the... yeah, he did actually escape, as you can see, by the looks of things. But yeah, I'm wondering whether the Southern Empire is going to declare war against us relatively soon. Because if they do, we might have a problem. Ah, well, look what I've come across right here. We have a Southern Empire vassal battling these guys. I guess we might as well help them out, because it might give us some relation with them. Oh. It is actually reducing my relation with the villagers, unfortunately, because it seems like this guy actually attacked some villagers. Yeah, I might be on the wrong side of history here. That might not be too good, but, well, whatever the case, it does give me an opportunity to level up a couple more of my skills, and I do appreciate that. I think I'm probably just going to let everyone just delegate whatever they want to do, because, let's face it, there's not that many people here. You know, we probably will be able to deal with them relatively easily, and who knows, maybe this kind of action will actually start getting our child a little bit of extra experience as well, because I have no idea how you're supposed to level up a child in this game, so we'll see if anything happens. I mean, it's certainly not going to be the same as real life, that's for sure. It's going to be something like, yes, just, you know, get a huge amount of experience, and then they'll level up into a teenager, or something like that. Yeah, that's probably going to be how it will work, which is going to be cool. Nevertheless, it's going to be very, very cool to see what kind of unit they become. But yeah, I think it's going to be Very interesting to see what they look like when they are all grown up, because obviously, are they going to take after Mr. Barney himself, or are they going to take after Liena? Who knows? It will probably be a mixture, you know, probably be a mixture of all three or something like that. But yeah, as you can see, this weapon is just fantastic. It really is so fun to use. And I believe that is indeed that. I'm actually kind of surprised that we have not won the battle. Now we have. And we lost no one. Look at that. Fantastic. And we're probably going to get a chance to say hello to this guy. And, oh, there we go. We did increase our relation with him. But as you can see, he actually hates us anyway. So, yeah, I mean, not so much, but a little bit, you know, a little bit. Okay, so we have a bunch of people that have actually leveled up as well. So I should probably do that. And there we go. Oh, yeah, there's actually a lot here. Very nice. We're going to continue going for light cavalry, I think. I think that sounds like a fun idea. Because they level up into Vlandian vanguards. And if we take a look at the troop tree here, that is basically the maximum cavalry that they can level up into. Without getting the elite units, that is. And according to some of you, actually, you can get the elite units in villages sometimes. I'm not entirely sure how rare that is, but apparently you can do it. There is that opportunity. So that actually sounds really fun, and I would love to be able to do it. But yeah, it really depends on a variety of factors, doesn't it? It depends on, you know, me going to a village, me wanting to recruit things, whether they have them available, you know, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I believe we will be heading on over to our next siege effort, which is just over here. And wow, look at him. He's got such an insanely large army. Very nice indeed. And we will be joining it. Very nice. Look at that. 758 against 300. I'm going to save here because I'm a bit worried about the crashes. And don't really want to lose a huge amount of progress. And I would actually like to have a look at my clan here. So how is Byron doing? Ah, look at that. Byron's actually leveling up, I think. Or gaining a little bit of extra proficiency in things. Hopefully he doesn't take after Barney, let's face it, because if he takes after Barney, then it's going to be very difficult, because Liena is much better at fighting. So yeah, anyway, let's go and help this guy, and we'll see what we can do. I'm at full HP. I'm confident that I will be able to survive an entire siege this time. Yes, let's try and make that a reality, shall we? Wish me luck. Let's do it. Ooh, this is cool. This is the first time that we've actually seen a Betanian fief up close. We must breach the walls, Liena says. Ah, well, very nice. Okay, I hope that we will be able to. And, wow, just the insane amount of units that we can see here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just try something in the options just a second. All right, there we go. Now, do you see the difference? Yeah, they've lost all of their banners on top of their heads. Because the game is actually quite clever in the way that it displays enemies and allies alike. Basically, what you can see is that Vlandia, of course, is a red faction. They have red as their color. And then Betania, obviously, has green. Sturgia has blue. The Empire's various things have, you know, shades of purple, I think. And then obviously you have Azurai with yellow, and Khuzad Khanate with something else. Not entirely sure what they were, because it's been a while. Maybe a lighter purple or something like that. But yeah, so basically that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And I think it could be a lot of fun to turn off the banners for a little bit of realism here. Oh, we hit him. Oh, I thought I would be able to get him. I really thought I'd be able to get him right there, but no such luck. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, this actually looks really cool. And the amount of realism that you're going to see now, because obviously they don't have those gamey banners on top of their heads anymore. So you're going to be able to see a lot more action and things like that. So that's definitely something that I very much appreciate too, because in the previous game, in Warband, you could disable the banners. You could, if you wanted to, but you'd do that at basically your own peril, because most of your units would then, you would have no idea which ones were yours and which ones were the enemies. unless you had a lot of one particular kind of unit. So like, for example, let's say you had, I don't know, 50 Nord Huskars or something like that. Then, of course, you'd know that those are your Huskars. But in general, it would be very difficult to know either way. But they have now done the whole color coordinated thing, which I think is very nice, because it does give you an opportunity to, you know, see much more accurately what's going on. And this gate is taking an absolute pounding right here. Look at that. Destroyed. Very nice. Okay, so now we can actually rush in here. And I believe we're going to need to attack this ourselves. So let's see if we can do that. Bear in mind, I am lagging a little bit. Alright, let's do it. Come on now. I still find this kind of amusing, because obviously hitting the gate is probably not the most effective way of doing things. Why am I only thrusting, by the way? I am... Oh, there we go. I think I got a bit stuck in doing the thrust for some reason. Not entirely sure why that is. But anyway, there you go. That's done. And now we have a bit of an issue. Gonna get out my polearm here, I suppose. Maybe. Actually, that doesn't even make any sense, because there's just so many of them. Alright. Ow. Who's hitting me? Yeah. Well, actually, I'm unsure about that. Don't know who was hitting me right there. Okay, well, I did say that I was going to survive this entire siege, and me taking a massive amount of damage from some random unit, isn't that just the Barney way? That is just the Barney way. Don't worry about it, you know. We're used to that here. Okay, let's see if I can maybe take care of him. Bear in mind, I'm having a constant amount of worry about enemies. Oh, there we go. Enemies shooting at me from the side. So that is a bit of an issue. But I believe that is actually a victory for us. And maybe, just maybe, I might be able to get a couple of extra kills, maybe? No, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Oh well, never mind. That, I believe, is a victory for us. A very convincing one, in fact. And that is, of course, to be expected. But just look at how many units are swarming through here. The AI seems to be a much more streamlined version. It makes a huge difference. Really makes a huge difference. Anyway, there you go. Nice amount of renown right there. Obviously not the same as the siege defense against so many units, but still very worthwhile. I will be taking the Imperial units here, and I'll leave the Betanians behind for the most part. Alright, so is there anything else that we want to go for here? I don't see anything particularly... No, it doesn't seem like it, actually. Alright. So, we have taken it. And the election has started, but I kind of don't want to, don't really want to go into the election right now, because as I've said before, the election has caused a bit of a problem with crashes for me. The kingdom screen. I would love to be able to show you the kingdom screen, because that has a wide variety of very useful information for us to look at. But I don't really want to chance it at the moment. So let's just see what's going on here. Seems like this castle is now under siege, it seems. It might be. So that's what we're actually... Yeah, we are defending that. Oh, Melodia. Ah, it would have been really good to take that guy out. Oh, Caladog is actually here. He got caught out like no one's business. That is actually really bad for him. He is the leader, as we know. And I'm going to be commanding the archers by the looks of things. Alright, so the cavalry is actually... What? Liena wants me to charge? Okay. Do I want to tell them to charge? I mean, that's... I guess so. I mean, I guess so. Why not? Let's just tell them to auto-delegate, because, you know, then they can decide what they want to do at various points. But, yeah, we can pretty easily murder these guys. We have so many units that we even outnumber them with the amount of cavalry that we have. We have 170 cavalry, and they don't even have that in total units. So, yeah, this is going to end up being quite an easy victory for us, I think. Hopefully I will not get murdered in the process, but I have a feeling I probably will. Because, let's face it, that's what I do, you know? I do get hit from random directions. Is that an enemy right there? Oh, yeah, see, that's the problem. Because it's dark, I can't really see the colors as easily, but this is an enemy. There we go. That was easy enough. And you can kind of tell which one's which, because obviously they are wearing red, but you can also tell by their horses what they're actually riding, because the Betanians have kind of specific horses styles that you can kind of tell, but it's a little bit no, never mind, that's Vlandian. Wow, okay. Yeah, that might be a bit problematic, yes. Alright, so how are we doing here? Well, obviously the archers have been eliminated. We do have a bunch of infantry over here. I'm kind of surprised they have not completely run away yet. But, yep, I think that is indeed that. And there we are. Convincing victory against the leader of the Betanians, which is perfectly fine for me. Very much appreciate that. And there we go. Nice victory. And obviously we gained a very small amount of renown. It's basically not even worth it. But the whole point is that we can... Ah, hello, Vashorki. Aha. Yes, I know you. You were a defector back in the old days. If I get an opportunity to take him prisoner and execute him, I will. Oh, yes. That guy was a big thorn in our side. He basically just kind of signed our death warrant in more ways than one, because he was among all of the defectors, and that really did not help matters whatsoever. So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue onward, and we will see where he decides to go next. I would assume that we are going to... No, we're not going to defend that anymore. We are going to... Oh, we're going to besiege a town? Okay. Let's do it. Alright, so we have 573 against 449. I'm going to save here again, because I have not had very good opportunities, or shall we say experiences, with town sieges and them not crashing. So I'm going to kind of be a bit more on the cautious side here. And I'm thinking that I would like to look at the kingdom screen. I'd love to look at the kingdom screen right now. Maybe if I can go to my clan screen, and then I might be able to go from there. Oh, it worked. Whew. Okay, it actually worked. Great. Okay, so I think if I go into a different menu first and then click over to the kingdom menu, then that might actually prevent the crash from happening. I don't really care about the decision at this point. I know some people have actually said to me that politics are very important, and I agree. They're very important in Bannerlord, but unfortunately sometimes I'm just not able to do it, you know, due to the crashes and things. So I just kind of wanted to be a bit careful there. These guys also have trial by jury. And so this basically limits, you know, our ability to execute people. And that's exactly what Sturgia actually had. And that's the reason why I lost so much loyalty and stuff like that, I suppose. Because we were just ignoring that whole thing. Okay, so how many do we actually have here? We have 600. That is not exactly good. I don't know whether we'll be able to do anything here, but as you can see, look at this. Vlandia literally now has 7,000. How is everyone else doing? Something tells me I personally feel like the Southern Empire is probably going to achieve victory here, but who knows? Vlandia is doing quite well right now, and I think that this is the best that we can probably do. And, well... You never know. Maybe something will happen where we will actually gain a nice advantage. Maybe something like, you know, the leader of the enemy faction will get taken prisoner or something like that, or make a mistake and basically be by themselves, and then we'll be able to do, you know, some kind of daring maneuver. Alright, so just before his cohesion ran out, now Dirthart is attempting to attack the town, and we will be helping him. It is a basically 2-to-1 battle, and most of the enemies are, of course, militia and things like that, so we shouldn't have too many difficulties, but obviously we have to bear in mind that this is, of course, a town, and it is going to be much, much larger than a castle. So being able to eliminate the various defenders in various sectors of the town are going to... It's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So let's begin the assault. We do have a siege tower, and we do have a battering ram and all that stuff. I obviously was not in charge of that. But yeah, I am going to definitely make sure to build those in the future. Ooh, this is a cool battlefield. I like this. This is a very cool battlefield. Let's see exactly what transpires here. Obviously, we do have the battering ram. And I'm actually wondering whether I should just literally wait by the side here for the moment, because I don't really want to get shot before I'm actually in there. And Betania do have some decent ranged units, so maybe that would make sense. We are a 2-to-1 ratio here as well, so obviously if we do end up losing a lot of people, then that would be pretty bad. Oh, it seems like we are actually just going with a battering ram. I was not aware of that. I actually thought that they did build a siege tower, but apparently not. Oh, no, they did. Never mind. I did not realize that that was the case. Okay, so we actually have 600 on the battlefield, and the enemy has 300, as is to be expected. We're not even at the maximum at this point. So this is going to be kind of intriguing about where they're going to be pushing it in the first place. Well, this is not actually working out as intended. We're actually losing the battering ram, I believe. The battering ram is almost destroyed, and that's the thing. They can be destroyed. The siege tower, not so much. The siege tower has not been taking any damage whatsoever, but the battering ram is basically at 5% HP right now, and I'm a bit worried about that, because usually when we take down the front gate, the amount of forces that we can just funnel in there is just ludicrous, the amount of people that we can get in. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to do that this time around as well. And you can see here, yeah, look at that. The battering ram's really damaged, but I'm hopeful that we will be able to get in. Heave it. There we go. We're gonna do that. I mean, they don't listen to me, obviously, but maybe they will. You know, maybe they will sometime. Anyway, there's a gate, and it is about to be pounded into smithereens by this amazing log. I wonder who brought the log. Nice, there we go. Alright, so we got it down. Now all we need to do is eliminate this inner gate, and we should be able to get inside. Ah, it looks like there's actually someone attempting to shoot us from here. I will not allow that, thank you very much, goodbye. Whoa, did you see that? It went right through his neck. Wow. That is actually very cool. I like the fact that they have damage modeled so nicely in Bannerlord. But anyway, yeah, I'm literally getting sub 20 FPS right now. I suppose it's literally just because of all the units fighting at once. It is insanity. Let's see if I can get past here though. Some damage. There we go. Take him down. Okay, here we go. Maybe I can just get inside here. Maybe take a bit of a breather. Oh, hello. No, never mind. No breather for me. Oh, no. There we are. Take him down. And I believe that's the thing. Usually what happens is, in these kinds of sieges, you're going to have a situation where the enemy is capable of taking quite a few of your units down before you get into the walls. And then as soon as you get into the walls, it is a completely different story, and you're actually having a pretty hard time not winning at this point. But yeah, I got killed. I mean, that's the thing. I can't really fight very proficiently when I'm getting like about 15 FPS, and it's constantly variable and stuff like that. So I might actually have to change a couple of my graphics options to basically tone it down a little bit, you know, not too much, but just a little bit here and there. Maybe the shadows will help me a little bit as well, because obviously I am rendering every single shadow that all of these troops have, and that requires a lot of FPS. So probably will try to tone those down somewhat. And for those of you that are having some issues with FPS in sieges, I'd recommend you do the same, where you maybe, I don't even know whether you can turn off the shadows in general, but if you can turn off the shadows, then obviously it's going to make a big difference. Even though it's actually really cool to see the shadows, because as you can see, look at this guy right here. Up against, when he's on the ladder, you can actually see his shadow. You can see them cheering. The shadows actually have some really good detail as well, so it's very nice to see that. But yeah, if you can't play because you're lagging too much, then I think it's probably not worth it, in my opinion. Because I much prefer valuing gameplay over smoothness, shall we say, smooth gameplay, rather than how pretty it is to look at. Even though it is very, very pretty, but I can't look at it if I'm kind of dead. So that's the kind of thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave these prisoners here. And is there anything else that we want to take here? I mean, technically, I could actually start taking some loot. I guess I will. I guess I will take some of this, because I would like to do some more blacksmithing and stuff like that. I think it could be really fun, because I actually find it very fun to do that. And there you go. We have taken another town, which is just absolutely crazy. Very, very nicely done. And there you go. He has disbanded the army, and they are actually attacking someone else. Oh, dear. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The Southern Empire has finally declared war against us, and it is now time for the final showdown, no doubt. As you can see, though, we have a very big mountain to climb, and I don't know whether we're going to do it, but we'll try our best. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.